you're also going out there, head to D2CL.org. You'll also find all the information on the tournament, which is currently happening. The grids, the groups, all that kind of
10 seconds remaining.
will all be available over there. And of course, Dota 2 Lounge are the guys who keep giving us rares every night to give away.
Remaining.
They're crazy. But we thank them for it, and I'm pretty sure you guys, if you were fast enough on the fingers to grab the rares, congratulations to you guys too. So let's get back to our draft now.
Yep.
VS being banned out, so it looks like you won't get your tri lane for that up on the top lane.
Yeah,
Lime's still also finding his way into the ban pool. Probably very concerned about the combination into the Luna.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad about this, just because I wanted to be able to see the way that Navi try and combat the Vengeful Spirit tri lane, but apparently they just don't even want to deal with it. And it is very, very powerful. The way the Power Rangers have been running it of late, it almost feels like they have adjusted that whole strategy to its utmost perfection, and that the fact that they've been able to deal with so many different strategies. Now, oh, that was a fast pickup too. They grabbed Navi, grabbed the big initiator puck, being able to allow you to set up really, really good team fights, and instantly they grabbed the Disruptor, which is a huge counter to them.
This is one of these things that Power Rangers, when they come in, like you said, like no hesitation whatsoever. It's like they already know what they want. They already know how they want to do their lanes. The bans aren't going to really affect them. The picks, they're probably already... Like, Navi's very predictable in their laning. You know where they're going to put and what they're going to put up. A Storm Spirit, like, Puppy is one of these guys where you got to give him a lot of credit, where he's able to do mind games when he's really focused on what he wants to do. But matches like this, Puppy just goes through it and goes, okay, you pick this, I logically pick this. This is the way of things. This is the way the world works. This is the way Puppy's mind works. So you grab this, my counter is this. You grab this, my counter is this. Where Power Rangers come in and go, this is our tri lane, this is our mid lane, this is our off lane. We ban this at this point, and he's going to do that. And that's the problem. This is the reason why Power Rangers can knock over teams like Alliance and Navi over and over again, is because they know what they're going to do. Because Navi and Alliance play so many games, their strategies are just so exposed that you can't come up with new funky ones every single time. It follows a logical course.
Yeah, there are teams who, the way I kind of classify it is that there are teams who pick according to enemy picks, and there are teams who pick according to enemy bans. So Power Rangers is one of those who pick according to enemy bans. If they ban out one of the heroes that is normally picked up for their strategy, for example, Vengeful Spirit here, right? Power Rangers still address their own strategy and how they're going to rotate their heroes around according to that, instead of trying to counter what Navi are picking. They're always a team that will adapt to whatever strategy they run up against, but they usually just focus on their own pickups. And now you could see this. The Elder Titan pickup, right? We've got this sort of very, very strong team fight lineup, but what I really like about this is the Disruptor early pickup. Now, I've always classified Disruptor as a poor laning support. However, the Ancient Apparition actually gives you a lot more power with the Disruptor because of kinetic field. And I would tell you, oh yeah, Toby, if you're going to be waiting for a sniper pickup, you know, I think you're going to be waiting all day. But the West are seeing it.
This is something which I discussed at length with Loader the other day, because he's like a big sniper fan, but he still cannot justify it enough in the lane. And this is something where I said, like, it's not even a justifiable lane, because look towards the middle lane right now. Like, you could justify it straight from the fact that you get 2 points up in your range, and that's all you really need. And he can zone out the puck. You don't have to worry about orbs, because now you're even further away, you'll see it coming towards you. But what happens is when you have an ET rotate like Cheshire Cat, he'll come into the middle lane. He'll put down the Spirit. And with Spirit on top of a hero, you are dead.
Yeah, assassinate, man.
And the upside would actually be, like, yeah, assassination is one way to do it. But as was proved by CIS, actually it's LGDCN. CIS did use the assassination a little bit more, but if you watch the LGDCN game with their mid-solo, it was actually just a straight attack. They never even used assassination. So if you can bait out the phase shift very early on, then yeah, go for the assassination. But at all of the times, just keep hitting in. That you don't need to worry about anything else. You just like force him out of the lane. And the further puck goes back, you can't rely on just bottling every single time. Also, AA, confidence. Props for it, but still. Okay, they're checking Roshan just in case. But it's, yeah, it's a horrible lane to play up against. It's also one of these things too that I want to see his transition in, because one major thing which is missing from PR is tower pushing potential. And that's where Sniper is meant to be kicking. He's meant to have something like a Pugner or something like that that helps force out the towers. Because he's got to basically go in early Wraith Band, picks up his bottle, goes in for Treads, and then goes in for a Yasha Desolator. But the Deso takes a large ingestion of money, and to do that, you need to bring down the tier 1 towers.
Yeah, that's always been a problem with Sniper, is that he is very, very easy to gank in lane oftentimes. He's very squishy, has no escape mechanism, etc., etc. He's also not a very fast hero when it comes to early mobility. But also the fact going into the mid game, he's very, very susceptible to initiation. So once Blink Daggers start coming online, Sniper is very, very weak. However, I think one of the big pickups about Sniper right now is the fact that we're oftentimes getting very, very greedy with our supports nowadays. We're getting supports that are often more mid-game aggressive, which allows you to have that opportunity to sit in middle as a Sniper and not have to worry about rotations. Look at Navi. What are they going to do to try and gank up a Sniper? Throw a Dazzle Visage? Like, those are two slows that are okay, but you don't really have a strong initiating factor there.
No, you're 100% right, man. Now V also, like, they want to weight this up. They want to find their level 6s. Their upside is they'll get the space to do so. The downside is it's also exactly what PR want. They want a passive early game here. Moon versus Dandy. I want to watch this CS so damn closely, because right now I'm not impressed with what Sniper's been able to pick up. He's a 1 for 4 up against Dandy. Dandy is still like staying on top of him. He's 7-2. These guys aren't actually lasting anything. They're denying everything.
I don't know how they managed to pick up more more denies and last hits, but this is actually pretty hilarious to watch. But yeah, Moon should have a pretty good. The problem is that Sniper has actually a really low attack damage compared to Puck, especially if you go for an early Null Talisman. But of course, Sniper has the best attack animation, so it's actually not a easy last hitting fest for Sniper, especially against a really good player like Dendy, who's really going to be abusing that extra bit of damage he has.
Yeah. Rotation into mid from Puppy. He's wanting to zone Moon out. I think Denny's done a bit. I've seen an SOS call saying, "Yo, guys, like, while our fun denial here in the middle lane is like entertaining to both of us, Denny needs space to get these last hits. His Blink Dagger being slowed down is so much more of a problem than Moon not finding his early farm. In fact, hey, whoa, Moon, what are you doing? Is he getting a second Wraith Band now?
Yeah, he really is missing out on attack damage right now. He's feeling it a lot.
But you can still amp up your attack damage after you've done your treads. Like, you can skip the bottle thing, which I was talking about before, because he's not getting harassed down. Speaking of harassment, it's going on Cheshire Cat right now. But with the Ancestral Spirit in him, he's got some good movement speed. But Puffy, he's got another Poison Touch. I don't know why he didn't go back past the tier 1 tower, because then he's just going to rotate up Orb and take the kill. Cheshire Cat poisoned again. There goes your Orb. And now, no Rift. No Rift, he cuts through a tree line, solves such a damage, that gets the kill. Why didn't he go past the tier 1?
You know, when you're dealing with double slow supports, the shortest route to the tower is the best. Like, I don't know what he was thinking there, because Grave Chill and Poison Touch really good in those long chases, allows them to get on a lot of auto attacks. So I have no idea what Cheshire Cat was thinking.
It wasn't blocked off either. It was like, it was rather open for him to get in.
Yeah. I also want to point out Power Rangers and their really, really early wards that are both meant to protect Sniper. Now, this ward over here actually helps out quite a bit the Elder Titan as well, but the biggest thing is just controlling those supports, looking at where they're going, because both Elder Titan and Sniper are very, very susceptible to ganks, even against you know, double slows. We're not talking about the earliest level 1, level 2 ganking heroes, but there's still enough to be a threat, and Power Rangers realize this, and they get up basically some really, really good vision, aggressive vision that will see any sort of support rotations, and if they smoke up, they'll see the lack of supports in lane.
You might want to have a look down towards the Ancient stack, because that's pretty beefy right now. Also, want to watch Moon's build, because this is something which is different. Like, the 2 snipers which I watched were almost identical. Almost identical. It was a 2 points range, and it was only 1 point headshot. Then it was 2 points up into the shrapnel, ultimate, and then the 3rd point up in take aim, and then shrapnel maxed. That was the build from him. But
Yeah.
Moon is playing this very, very differently. This was another fault which Loda was bringing up. It's like it's too reliant on his random generator for Sniper to be very successful. But if you just remove that factor and say it's all about the range, it's all about the control in the lane, then it doesn't matter anymore. If his random generator works now, then it's like, yay for Moon, but the chance doesn't increase. It's always 40%. And the increase in damage, I suppose it's nice for the first level.
It's huge. It's huge. If you get it all the way maxed out, an extra 90 damage is pretty crazy. Yeah.
But if you don't get the chances, then it's not really worth it anymore.
The one thing, I didn't watch all of the Sniper games, so I maybe missed out, but were there any point in time was it a Sniper versus a Puck?
No.
Because that's a very important part of this matchup here.
We had Sniper versus OD and Sniper versus not coming to mind.
Yeah, that was okay. So this is why I feel that Moon is probably making this bit of a difference in his build compared to previous Snipers, is that Puck is a hero who can burst down Sniper by himself. The moment he picks up that level 6, he's actually very, very dangerous solo up against that Sniper. But Sniper, what he's doing here is really abusing that buff to his range and just sitting so far back. Puck is also very, very squishy, so being able to throw in those occasional pot shots against Dendi is actually very, very harassive and is going to put Dendi on the defensive and not make him feel comfortable about trying to move forward and trying to get that coil in.
I'm trying to look it up right now to find out what's going on. Are they going to try and glimpse? Nope. There's a level 2 glimpse and he could have just reached Dendi, but Dendi's now going to grab not only a full bottle worth of charges out, but he's also going to take the regeneration rune from top lane. Try and make the most out of it by dropping absolutely everything first. And Puppy's here to put out a nice aggressive ward. Okay, so Navi are now considering looking at the tier 1 tower and bringing it down. You wouldn't put that ward down unless that's what you were looking to get.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good ward to be able to make sure that your rotations as supports are worth it. So many times do you try and rotate nowadays behind the tier 1 tower in the off lane and find that the off laner is sitting so far back that you've just wasted your time. Good counter ward being laid down by FNG. Really, really smart play there. Knowing that both Navi really wants to be able to control this middle lane and see what's happening with this Sniper and see if they can get some good rotations in.
The answer to your question is DK. DK was the other one. It was OD and DK.
Okay.
Were the two ones the Sniper was playing.
Yeah. You don't. I don't think you really need necessarily to max out the range on either one of those.
Yep.
And even though I'm still expecting him to get some levels in Shrapnel here as he gets into level 8, 9, because maxing that out, bottom.
Yeah, that could be a first blood right there. Phobos, Cold Feet will in fact trigger him off if Storm's Crimson Tank didn't.
Under attack.
We now rack up to 1 kill apiece.
Shrapnel is a very underestimated ability. It actually does a large share of damage if you have good control, which is exactly what Power Rangers have. They have the Storm Spirit jumping in, pulling back, right? That's very, very good control along with the slow. You also have a very, very important ability. Disruptor's Kinetic Field mixed with Static Storm is going to be a perfect setup for Shrapnel to do a lot of damage. So they've got a lot of really good control that will allow that Shrapnel to actually be a very potent ability, and much more potent than people give it credit for.
Yeah. Just needs to level it up. He's only level 1 for the moment.
I think he's going to be leveling it up now because he just wants that little bit extra range from take aim and a little bit extra headshot in lane, but we're moving outside the laning phase now, and he needs to start setting up for the mid game.
Oh, Storm going to jump in. Then he's use the phase shift so they can go Shrapnel, and then very easy pickup. Wonderful rotation from ZXC. And Moon capitalized perfectly. And now we see Moon's next part of the build. It's Drums, double Wraith, as well as phase. What man? Like, it's
maxing out the mobility. So Drums gives you a decent amount of survivability. It's why it's picked up on so many agility heroes. It gives you just that little bit of extra to survive through. But mobility is really important on a Sniper because you're trying to abuse that range as much as possible. There's only two jump heroes right now, Clockwork and Puck. I'm not entirely sure that mobility is really the right way to play this against both of those heroes because they both have instant jumps pretty much. But Puck apparently is just really focusing on, Sniper's focusing on just trying to pretty much create as much distance between those two heroes as possible and abuse his range.
AL to just push back this Navi aggro towards the tier 1 tower. I'll have to reinsert in a little bit later, but It's really difficult for Poppy to do his job when everyone's hit by an AA ultimate. Can't heal everybody up. Wants to try and use his heal to also push out the creep wave, but it's been a real rough run for Navi up on this top lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're going to come in and try and finish the job. There's a TP coming in from the disruptor at least. So they'll look to try and slow down Navi. Hilarious thing is too, okay, secondary TP, Cheshire Cat, AA ulti. The wall goes up and Poppy is trapped here. Actually, he was just far enough down he didn't get hit by this. We'll just trigger up the shallow grave to try and battle up against FNG. I don't know if he's got enough damage to finish this job. Yep, he does. But at the same time, the Luna died at the back end. Storm Spirit just jumped straight over the top of him. But at least Poppy's able to man mode it up. So it is, well, Disruptor killed off the Luna. I guess that was the Thunderclap being used for that.
Double damage.
He doesn't still have a jump in. He's waiting for the treads to arrive. But he does see Cheshire Cat move up north.
Yeah.
And that's his potential kill. Dream Call's available. You'll have a crack.
Yeah, so that should be an easy kill unless Cheshire Cat teleports out
immediately. He can't. 22 seconds on cooldown.
Yeah, he's probably dead here.
Dendy's got to look though.
Oh, Dendy.
Because he didn't see, hang on, the ward should have seen it.
He saw him go up a certain amount, but he doesn't know where he went from there. So he might presume that he teleported out or something.
But this could just be another like AA ulti up to top lane, because you got Nurse Splitter now available as well for Elder Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Havors though is still having a very good time. No matter what really we can talk about here, he just popped the Soul Ring, so he's about to Spirit, and he's TPing back. So it actually lets the Spirit run back through the creep wave if he wants to. Havors has a lot of farm. And with this ancient stack that still hasn't been claimed, like it's been sentry warded up so they can't make it any bigger. But no one from PR can go in there and finish it off. Dendy, he's in trouble. Oh, he tried the assassination. He phase shifted and evades everything. The assassination will connect.
That was beautiful.
But he evades the ulti. Dream Call will go. He's got to get out of range. Shallow grave from Poppy. Only thing that will save him. Clockwork's being dragged back again. But Moon, Dandy orbs in, lets off one rift. And now Storm, he's going in deep. Another phase shift from Dendy. Deeper in again. There's an orb available. He's got to have phase shift timing though. Took too long. Xerxes in the corner, but he's completely out of mana. The Eclipse from Havors up in the higher ground will be able to get that kill. And PR, the level of commitment to bring down Dendy. And I'm pretty sure that's a why me?
That was such a masterful bait by Dendy. I mean, that was absolutely beautiful. They had really good communication there. The fact that Doubtful was coming in, Puck moves forward, baiting the sniper and going, oh, I can go forward and try and get that kill. Masterful play. And that was really good trust in the shallow grave that was going to be coming up. So even though he died, Dendy definitely made Power Rangers pay for it every step of the way. So really well done there. Mass teleports bottom though.
Yeah, they're coming from both Navi as well as PR, and they're already starting over on Phobos. And there is assassination dragging him back. They'll hit pretty hard on Phobos. He may as well just turn a hook shot into him. In fact, that's exactly what he does. Hit on Moon, Poppy poisons him up, but the weave's also beginning, so getting a kill there is difficult. And the Ancient Apparition also already connecting. And Denny couldn't heal up. He's got bottle charges available, but the Clockwork ends up shattering from it all.
That is one thing. Shallow Grave not going to save you from that Ancient Apparition ultimate. So in that way, it's a good counter.
They're coming in again. Dream Call, Orb, Silence. The Static Blast gave them the bonus damage to finish the job. And it's just ending down here on the bottom lane. The Familiar Birds come in just to make sure there's no rotations and the stun's there. But Navi's coordination is really working a lot better than it has in the past. Kuro is really helping out Puppy, helping him out. It's like that's even Havors' Sata. The pulling Sata that's being used from the helm of the Dominator, but Kuro's backing up his teammates. I think Navi have actually learned how to play a game in D2CL, which is actually hilarious because I was looking at the results too. They're 3-0 in the D2CL. Like TKO, they're almost eliminated. They've been struggling in other matches as well, but they're undefeated in the D2CL.
See, now, okay, this is something that Power Rangers we didn't get to talk about yet, but the Storm Spirit in a carry position, really smart idea because the Puck versus Storm Spirit matchup, Puck is sometimes a counter, gets an early blink dagger, shuts down Storm Spirit before he gets an Orchid, but look what they did. They just picked up an Orchid 14 minutes in. Dendy might be having a good time so far, but he's about to just be dumped on.
Orcus is actually over on a Vorce right now. Familiar drop that's going to find the space. The Shallow Grave, the Aeonic hits so hard! All over Navi, triple kill for J4. And Dendy's also very, very low. They're glimpsing him back. He's going to be part of this fight again. No matter what, Navi get wiped. Praising him, and PR just slapped that praise all over Navi. And that will take a tier 1 tower to boot. What a fight. What an ultimate from that AA. Just chilling on bottom lane. He doesn't care.
This is the beauty about the lanes. That Sniper does really well versus Puck in lane, but suffers in the mid game. Stormsphere the exact opposite. Suffers in lane, but is really good in the mid game. So they prioritize their lanes really, really well. Where prioritizing the Stormspirit's farm, getting up that Orchid. Now Navi are really, really threatened, and we still don't have a Blink Dagger up for Dende. I mean, he was going kind of crazy, getting a bunch of kills left and right. Still has not able to pick that up yet. And that's just going to continue. He's going to have to play it either really, really passive, or Navi are going to have to smoke up and get a lot of good pickoffs for him to get that Blink Dagger, because Stormsphere, you know he's going to be hunting down that Puck every step of the way.
Yeah. Shut down the Puck, shut down your initiation. Clockwork, those still have hook shot, but Phobos is also being nerfed up. And Avos, now finally he'll come in and take this sack. This is much needed gold to propel him to a BKB. And then at least he doesn't have to worry too much about the control coming out from PR. Because Dwarf and Sniper, this is the big upside. Actually, then again, I'm going to check what's coming on the Courier. Okay, he is now going to build into the Yasha.
Yep.
He doesn't have the Desolator yet. It's not the scary intimidation damage coming out from the Dwarf and Sniper. Going to make a Vols go, BKB's not going to help me enough. I need to get a heart or something along these lines. So that is his upside right now. Hey, ulti. Oh, Vost. That's to back up. Let the Satus help you with the regen. The storm, yeah.
He just jumped all the way across the Roche pit. Really well done by Power Rangers checking that. That was just beautiful. Now they're going to steal so much of that farm. That was needed farm. He had to have that BKB. This
all the big ones too.
Yeah. This is going to prolong the period of time where Storm Spirit's jump in is going to control the team fights. Once Luna has BKB, she has enough survivability and then has the turn, because Orchid, she'll be able to dodge that damage, that extra bit of damage with the BKB. But now this sort of lengthens that period of time where Stormsphere is going to be able to jump in, it will be so effective that it will clear a lot of room for Moon to sit in the back and just get off those big pot shots.
And with that to happen, Navi's lines will just crumble, because there won't be a line. There'll be chaos behind it all. Navi's coming down at the bottom lane to try and defend this. But Power Rangers, they're still looking so good. Moon can sit out at range of the tier 2 tower and just attack it. He's got no problem with that, because the creep wave was there beforehand. There's the regeneration. There's a loser beam coming in. Clockwork. Watch it get glimpsed straight back out again. The cogs will go down with battery assaults removed, and that wall and ulti is holding a Force in position. ulti will hit two. A Force will go down, and Puppy, never a shallow grave, never a weep. There just wasn't anything left. FNG, well, at least will be one collateral kill, but Moon headshotting it up. Sees the familiars for a little bit, but 4 heroes lost for Navi. Yeah, rolling through this. It's 4-0-5 on the Ancient Apparition, who, by the way, was in middle lane when he helped out with all of that. There is no way for Navi to really fight against this all the time.
They're getting caught out. If we can, we should really look at the replay there, because that was a masterful set by Power Rangers. Okay, well, still. It was still a masterful setup by Power Rangers in the way that they controlled the field of that team fight. Clockwork jumps in, they glimpse him back and throw the kinetic field forward. That gave, it pretty much blocked off any sort of pursuit after the Clockwork cogs went down for anybody else to be able to follow that up. And the cogs ended up pretty much reacting as sort of a protective barrier against any melee heroes. That was just a beautiful display of control by Power Rangers, especially by and they set up that team fight beautifully. They knew exactly what was going to happen. FNG was sitting in the side waiting for it.
Yeah. Do we say the word predictable again? We're talking about during the drop, but even the way Navi jump in, like, you know what's got to happen. It's got to be the Clockwork putting himself at risk when he goes in. And then Avos has to be really close behind, so he's able to capitalize on that initiation before a response can come from PR. But they saw that was going to be the plan, and they had the response already pre-prepared. Which means Navi had nothing, and Puppy found himself in so deep that he had only one choice, which was to, like, poison touch and try and get at least one trade-off kill. There was no other options left. Because what was he going to do? Shallow grave up, Avos, he had to walk past that big silencing ulti first. He thought he had enough time, but the damage that just came in from PR was too much. And already, it's a 19-minute Aghanim Scepter on J4. This is meant to be a support Ancient Apparition. Then 19 minutes in, has already the counter
Radiant
to
structures.
a Vorce
Dire's
BKB.
top tower has fallen.
Now they're going to go mid lane. Jump on Kuro. Familiar drop. Better movement by ZXC. That A ulti hits again. Level 2 ultimate with an Aghanim Scepter upgrade. Boy. It's giving the comp. Look at Moon. We're going to Dwarven Sniper. The one guy who's normally so fearful of forcing out, with being ganked up, that he's able to force out the top lane, walking around with drums, Yasha, phase boots. It's like he doesn't care. He knows he can almost solo anybody that comes in from Navi, and that's without a
Dire's
BKB.
top tower
Because
is
there's not
under
enough
attack.
stuns. There's not enough
Radiant's
control
bottom
from
tower
Navi
is under attack.
in order to lock down that sniper. It was meant to be from the puck. And then the stayability allowing Luda to kill him off, and the familiar burst, the clockwork coming in too. That would have been your other points of control, but
Dire's structures are fortified.
there's just nothing there. Now, Denny's trying to force
Dire's
out the
top
bottom tower.
tower is
If
under
he's not
attack.
careful, with one TP, J4 can solo, not solo kill, but have some help to get a kill. FNG's coming in. There's your TP. FNG's dead. Just worth the hook shot. Hook shot, but already pulled back. She should have waited for that hook shot. Now the rocket, Denny comes up towards the top lane, and they'll take out FNG. He throws out a nice ulti. Oh, Puppy. Oh, no.
If he got hit by that too, that actually would have been a double. FNG is, wow, I actually don't oftentimes, like looking at Power Rangers, oftentimes I'm focused on CXC, I'm focused on Moon. FNG is actually an incredibly good support player. If you watch his play, he actually has a really, really good positioning most of the time in team fights. He may have gotten caught out there, but most of the time he controls team fights really, really well. This is something that Power Rangers, now that they go into the mid game, they're set up
Storm,
really well.
got to pull the force back. It keeps him in the AA blast. A little bit of extra damage comes in from the sniper. Assassination. They see now up to 9 charges on the Bloodstone, and with the ET splitter, no one from Navi will want to follow this. And that was all that was. It was just giving space for ZXC to back up, let the regen go, and now they go up to Puppy. J4 sitting on the high ground. There's no Aghanim's ulti out from him just at the moment, and Puppy into the shallow grave. Okay, he knows he's dead. He knows he's dead. He's doing as much damage as possible. Dream Call from Denny goes out too, but now he's orchided, so he can't orb himself away. And they wait. Assassination. He actually ends up ticking out from Moon with the orchid just triggering out. 4 years on the sideline, and rightly called. 22 minutes in, and there is no other alternative. It is a GG through and through.
Radiant victory.
Sniper was just the perfect hero to really abuse the short range, with the Disruptor being able to control team fights and protect Sniper from the clockwork and protect him from any other sort of pursuit. They shut him down. It's just a laning phase is pretty much what it came down to. That Power Rangers won that so well by putting the Sniper in the middle lane, allowing him to get farm and harass Dendy a bunch, abusing his range, and prioritizing the Storm Spirit's farm, so that short period of time where Navi had a big advantage with Puck actually being able to go around and gank heroes. He had like, what, 2-3 minutes at most where he was like, I'm Dendy, I'm a Puck Dendy, fear me, right? And he moves around the map and he's killing things, and all of a sudden, nope, Storm Spirit Orchid. It's all gone from there.